Good afternoon from Ibrox, folks. I'm Joshua Barry here for the Rangers review ahead of Rangers' final match of pre-season. Can't believe that the season is literally only 7 days away. This time next week, Rangers will have already faced Livingston at Tony Macaroni today. Antonio Conte's Tottenham side have made the trip up from London. As I say, it's Rangers' final game of pre-season. I'm not sure if it's Tottenham, but it's a very strong team from both managers, which I guess is pretty reflective of the fact that the real stuff's about to begin, the season's about to begin, and they need to get the strongest teams intact for that, don't they? I'm going to take you through both teams, starting with Tottenham, who are the visitors. They've got Hugo Lloris in goals. Tottenham are playing a 3-4-3, Christian Romero, Eric Dyer, and I can't remember Sanchez's first name, but Sanchez. That's your back three. You've got Emerson Royal on the back, Højbjerg and Bentancur in the middle, with Ryan Sessegnon left wing back, Kulusevski, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Swedish winger, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son in their front three as well. On the bench, they've got Fraser Forster, ex-Celtic of course, Austin Spence, Doherty, Tanganga, Roden, Longley, Perisic, Sarr, Bissouma, Brian Gill, Lucas and Richarlison. So a lot of new signings in that Tottenham lineup. Obviously Richarlison, Perisic, Bissouma, just three of the players that have signed this summer. I think I might have missed one in there as well. It's a very strong team. I think it's pretty close to full strength for Tottenham. Obviously you've got Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, one of the best strike partnerships in the world. I think in the last couple of seasons you could have argued, David Sanchez, thank you Mark, there we go, could have argued their case that they were the strongest partnership for a period of time. So it'll be interesting to see them up close today. It's a good test for Rangers playing against the back three, as we've written about on the website, in the Champions League qualifier against Union SG. They could be well be facing the back three. So it'll be interesting to see how Van Bronckhorst matches up with that. We know it can be really flexible. We've seen it a lot at points last season with John Lundstrom dropping into the back three. It'll be interesting to see to form a back three. It'll be interesting to see what happens today in that respect. Take you through the Rangers team. Alan McGregor in goals. I think it's his first start of pre-season. John McLaughlin has predominantly played in goals the past few games. James Tavernier right back, Connor Goldson and John Suter in the centre. It was Suter on the left on Tuesday. So it'll be interesting to see if that's the case again today. I thought he did pretty well. His distribution from the back was good as well. Borna Barisic, who played like a man possessed on Tuesday up against Sharbo and had one of his better games. He's obviously got the looming incoming of another left back in Yilmaz, Ridvan Yilmaz, so that, I'm sure that will certainly, if anything, improve his performances in that regard. Then we've got a midfield two of John Lundstrom, Glenn Kamara, Tom Lawrence, Rabi Matondo, Ryan Kent playing behind Antonio Cholak, and it will presumably be Matondo on the right, Kent on the left, and Tom Lawrence in the middle, as it was immediately after half-time on Tuesday during the 3-1 win over West Ham. On the bench, you've got McLaughlin, McCrory, Jack Davis, Sands, Katic Wright, Fashion Jr., Arfield, McCann, King Devine, Tillman. So good to see Tillman on the bench. He obviously wasn't involved on Tuesday against West Ham. There's no room for Davies, who signed actually on Tuesday and was presented to the Ibrox crowd along with Tillman. But Tillman, as I say, he'll be on the bench, and you presume at one point that he'll see his first sighting of Ibrox. He's a number 10, presumably will compete with Tom Lawrence for that position behind Cholak. And this is probably Rangers' strongest team on paper at the moment, as I say, because we've not seen Tillman, because Davies isn't ready, just as Tottenham come out in front of me there. They've got some of their support. And you can hear the reaction as James Tavernier leads the Rangers side out as well to my right. But as I say, it's probably the strongest team that Rangers could field today without maybe chucking Tillman in there. Matondo I thought was very impressive when coming off the bench in midweek on Tuesday. Obviously got his assist, got his goal. But in general, I thought his decision making was really good. Looked very comfortable playing with his new teammates, and that's a really good sign, I think, after just coming in. Cholak, I think he could do with a goal today. There's an element of his performances over the last few games that suggested to me maybe he's not trying a little bit too hard, but he certainly wants to make a good impression. Certainly wouldn't hurt him today if he got a goal, but I think he's led the line relatively well over the last few games. Ryan Kent looked good on the left wing, and And what again will be a point of note today, I seen on my Twitter feed today, something that I thought I heartily agreed with, was that pre-season maybe isn't going to tell you how well your team's going to play, but it's going to tell you how they're trying to play. And definitely what you've seen, and we've written about this on the website the last few days, is a clear structure with your two midfielders dropping in to help the defence progress the ball, both fullbacks going high, but also the fullbacks coming inside and outside, so keep an eye out for that today. We've seen some underlaps and Barisic in the week as well as going round them. Kent given some good opportunities to go around the pitch, to go on the outside and the inside, whereas last season we kind of only saw him pin to the touchline on the Van Bronckhorst, and Ravi Matondo the same. So expecting a good game, expecting a tough test, so that's exactly what I think what you want at the end of the season for Rangers, at the end of the pre-season, Tottenham represent a really high level world-class opposition, and certainly added in the summer, so you can only see them being better than they were under Antonio Conte at the end of last season. So stay with us throughout the game. I'll be live after. This was just a brief preview for the game, looking ahead to the teams, how they might set up. Expect a really competitive game. We'll be live after. I'll be in the press conference with Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. We'll be live again on the channel. Stay with us. Enjoy the game if you're going to Ibrox, or if you're watching on Rangers TV, and we'll speak